Hey guys, this is the correction video for the test. Overall, the scores were very good. There's a few of you that struggled, and I will address that individually. But overall, the test scores were great. Continue writing the notes, doing the assignments, watching the videos, and you're going to do just great. This is for high school credit, so if this is not for you, you need to transfer to 8th grade math. And I will be discussing that with some of you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this in pen so that you can see it better, but always try to do your work in pencil. Okay, here we go. Make it a little bigger. Let's see what it says. I'll put the calculator here so we can see what I'm doing. What is the solution set for this? First, I'm going to work it by hand. We're going to solve this inequality, and we first need to match up the x's. And I'm going to move this 4 over here to keep the x positive. So I'm going to do the opposite. Plus 4x. If I do it over here, I got to do it over here. So this gives me 9x. So now I have 9x over here, so I'm going to move this 55 to the other side. So if I subtract 55 here, I need to subtract it here. And this is going to give me a negative 45. Let's bring down our sign. And now let's solve for x by dividing by 9. X is less than negative 5. So we need to write this so it looks like this side. So I'm just going to flip it over like a mirror. So x, the small portion of the inequality, faces the x just like it does here, and negative 5 is on that side. This is the only answer with a negative 5, so you shouldn't have got your answers mixed up anyway, because that's the only one that has the correct answer. Your answer is negative 5. Okay? The answer is C. And let's see, let's look at number 2. Number 2, it says, which inequality describes all the solutions to this inequality? So let's solve it. I'm going to draw a line here. We need to distribute the 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times x is negative 5x. On this side, we just bring down the negative 2x plus 6. I'm going to move this 5 over here. Positive 5x. We'll knock it out. Positive 5x. Oh, I'm sorry. Put it on the wrong side. Positive 5x right here. So now we have 3x plus 6, and we have our 15 from here. Let's move the 6 over, and that'll give us 3x, and this is going to be what, 9? Positive 9. And our sign goes this way. Let's divide by 3. And we know that x is going to be greater than 3. So if you rewrite it, it'll be a mirror image like this, because it's open facing the x. But it doesn't matter once again, because the answer is 3. X is 3, so we know the answer is G. And real quick, I'm going to go back and do these on the calculator so you can see the process that I'm putting it through. So we want to just check. Second plus 712 will clear the calculator. And I'm going to put this equation in y equals. These are inequalities, but I'm still just going to use this because I just want to solve for x. And then I'm just going to bring the sign down. So we have negative 4x plus 10 enter, and then we have 5x plus 55. We know the answer is -5, so if we hit second table and look for a -5, y1 and y2 should be equal, and it is. That means if we put the -5 in for x and solved it, we would get 30 and 30 on both sides. Let's check the other one. Y equals, let's move it, I'm going to move it this way so you can see. And we have, let's see, I'm going to clear that. And we have 5 parentheses 3 minus x, and close it, enter, clear it. And we have -2x plus 6. We already know the answer is 3, so we're going to hit second table. We're going to go to 3. And we know when x is 3, when x is greater than 3, it's 0, 0. So we know what the answer is. Okay, let's look at the next one. Which of the following is equivalent to 3x minus 4y equals 6? So we're not going to solve this. We're just going to put it in the form, as you recognize here, of y equals mx plus b. So first, let's write the problem so we can move it around. 3x minus 4y equals 6. So I don't want to mess with a -y. So I'm going to move this over here. So plus 4y plus 4y. And that's going to give me 3x equals 6 plus 4y. Now I need to move the 6 over because I just want y on one side. So -6 and -6, and we'll bring the 3x down. So now we have 4y equals -6 and 3x, or 3x minus 6. For space, I'm going to rewrite that right here. 3x, let's see if you can see, minus 6 equals 4y. So now we need to get rid of the 4. We do that by dividing. If we divide here, we have to divide everywhere. So that will go away, and now we have y equals, we can simplify here by 2 minus 3 over 2, 3/4 x. So let's see if we see that anywhere. We're looking for y, which they all have, and then we're looking for 3/4 x. And it is the only one that's right here. And just to make sure, we have -3 halves here, and that works as well. Your answer is D. Okay, let's look at number 4. Which value of n makes this equation true? Well, we could substitute each number in for n and work the problem, or we can substitute each of these values in for n and see which one is true, or we could just solve for n, and that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to distribute the 4. We have some decimals here, so let's just make sure we do it right. We have the calculator. 4, well, here, second plus 712. Let's get that off there. And we have 4 times 0.5 which gives us 2. So 4 times 0.5 is 2n minus 12 equals n, and then we have this. So if you're going to multiply that, you need to multiply it with the negative. So you're going to have negative 0.25 times 12, and you're going to get negative 3, or minus 3. And then we have this again. I would use the calculator. Negative 0.25 times negative 8 is a 2. Okay? So we know that is going to be a positive, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So plus 2. Now we can combine these. So we have 2n minus 12 equals, let's combine the n's, and we get 3n minus 3. I'm going to move this to this side. Minus 2n minus 2n. And that gives me negative 12 equals n minus 3. We need to do the opposite to move it. That goes away, and now we know negative 12 equals n plus 3. That gives us n equals negative 9. That was tricky, but let me show you something. In your calculator, if you aren't sure about your answer, you should always check it. Number 1, you can check it by going to y equals, putting in 4, parenthesis, 0.5x minus 3, enter. And then you would put x minus 0.25, parenthesis, 12 minus 8x, close it. We know the answer is negative 9, so let's check it. And it is negative 30 on both sides. That works perfectly. You could also substitute negative 9n for n and just do the math on each side, and you would get negative 30 on this side and negative 30 on this side. Okay, number 5. Which value of x makes this true? So we're going to do it a different way. We're going to do it with the calculator first. So let's hit y equals, clear that out. We're going to hit 0.75, parenthesis, x plus 20, close it. Hit enter, and you're going to hit 2 plus 0.5, parenthesis, x minus 2, enter. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to hit second graph, and I know that my answer is one of these. I just don't know which one. So I'm going to go to 60. Let's see, I'm going to go the positive route. Whoops. Well, I'm already going negative, so I'll go negative. I'm going to go to negative 64 and see if that is our answer. Do those match? No. We know it can't be that one. Negative 56, we passed that one. Negative 27 and negative 27. We know our answer is D. Let's check it though. 0.75 times x is 0.75x plus 0.75 times 20. Whoops. 0.75 times 20 gives us 15 equals 2 plus 0.5x minus 2 times 0.5 gives us 1. So now we just combine the x's, and I'm going to move this over here so I don't have a negative x. So 0.5x, we want to subtract that on both sides, 0.5x. And that's going to give us 0.75 minus 0.5 is 0.25. 0.25x plus 15 equals 2 minus 1. So we know 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay? And so we need to move the 15 over here. And we're going to have a negative 14 equals 0.25x. Divide by 2.25 on both sides. Let's see if we get the right answer. So we have negative 14 divided by 0.25, and we get negative 56. That is awesome. Many of you did not miss any of these, and I'm so proud of you. These are exact questions from the prior STAR test. And if you can, this is how many questions are going to be on, not the STAR test, the EOC. So you are well on your way to making a perfect score. Okay, here's the next one. Let's solve it by hand, then we'll use the calculator. So we have 8x minus 6x plus 12 equals 3x minus 18. So I can combine these x's and that'll give me 2x plus 12 equals 3x minus 18. Minus 2x on both sides. That gives me 12. Gives me x minus 18. Let's move that over to get rid of it. And we now know what x is. Okay. Let's put it in the calculator. Y equals 8x minus 3, 2x minus 4, enter. Then we have 3 parenthesis x minus 6. Second table, and I'm looking for 30. There's an easier way to get to it, but I will show you at a different time. And when x is 30, this side is 72 and that side is 72. Okay, let's see what else we got. 3 more. So, more equations. Let's solve this one first on the calculator, just to mix it up a little bit. Y equals, clear, 0.3 parenthesis 12x minus 16, enter. And then we have 0.4 parenthesis 12 minus 3 x. We're going to hit second table. We just need to look for these numbers. So we have a 4, and that's not it. We have a 2, and that looks awesome, 2.4 and 2.4. Let's work it by hand. So when you distribute, 0.3 times 12 will give us, 0.3 times 12 gives us 3.6, x minus 0.3 times 16, 4.8 equals 0.4 times 12 is 4.8, and 0.4 minus 3, 0.4 times 3 is 1.2. So minus 1.2x. Okay. So let's move this x over here. So we'll add 1.2x, 1.2x, and that gives us 4.8x. On this side, we need to add 4.8, and we can already see that it's going to be 2, 16, 9 equals 9.6 divided by 4.8 gives us 2. Okay, 2 more. What value of x makes this equation true? Well, we can put this in the calculator again, find out what the answer is, and that's what we're going to do. Y equals, we're going to hit y equals, hit clear. We're going to hit negative 5x minus, parenthesis, negative 7 minus 4x, close it, enter, clear. We're going to hit back up. We're going to hit negative 2, parenthesis, 3x minus 4, close it. We're going to hit, okay, now these have decimals. So if it's not exact, could be a problem. So let's see what it says. So let's see, we're looking for 3. 3 doesn't work. 5 doesn't work. So we know it's going to be a decimal. So if we hit second trace 5, there's our graph, and now we're going to hit enter, enter, enter. 0.2. So we need to see which one of these is 0.2. So we know 1 divided by 3 will not be 0.2. Whoops, I did it the wrong way. 1 divided by 3. And we know that 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. And that's what our answer is. Okay. Let's solve it by hand, just so you see. And this is negative 5x. There's an imaginary 1 here, so a negative times a negative is going to give us a positive 7. And a negative times a negative is going to give us a positive 4x equals negative times a positive is negative 6x. Negative and a negative is positive 8. Okay, so now let's move this x over here. So we're dealing with a positive x. So this gives me x plus 7 plus 4x equals 8. I'm going to combine these, and I'm going to get 5x plus 7 equals 8. So now I need to move this over, and that gives us 5x equals 1. Divide both sides by 5, and there's our 1/5. Last one, guys. And it's late. It's like 9:59 here, 10 o'clock. Okay, which inequality works for this? Let's see. Okay, which works for x when y is 46. So we need to see which one works. So I'm going to rewrite this so I can see it better. Y, let's see, it looks like less than or equal to negative, and I'm going to go on and do this now. Negative 6x, that's going to give me a positive 18 times 6. It's going to give me 108 minus 2. Let's see what we have here. So we have y is less than or equal to negative 6x plus 106. And they want to know which one is true when y equals 46. So I'm going to put the 46 here. 46 is less than or equal to negative 6x plus 106. Now, so I'm not messing with the sign. I'm going to move the 6 over here. So plus 6x. And then we have 46. The sign stays the same. Plus 106. And that goes away. Now I'm going to move this over here. So that gives me 6x is less than or equal to 106 minus 46. Y'all probably did that in your head. It would be 60. Divide by both sides, and that gives us x is less than or equal to 10. I didn't want to mess with the negative x because the rule is you have to flip the inequality, and we don't want to mess with that. We always want x to be positive. So therefore, this is our answer, and your answer is A. If you have any questions at all on this test, please let me know, and I can Zoom with you or email you or whatever you need to get you where you need to be. After the corrections, that's Thursday. We're going to do an activity on Friday. Then we will be starting the new unit on Tuesday when we get back from Labor Day. And I can't wait to see your faces that are coming back to school. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm also going to post a list soon of all the stuff that I need grades for. If you have not been in contact with me whatsoever, I will be contacting you to see if we need to move you to a different class or make sure everything is okay at home. That'll do it for Unit 1 test. Thank you for watching.